The time has arrived. Halo is back. I think that Halo is going to be quite a bit more relevant for the next few years than it has been for the last probably 10, because we finally have a good game. And I think that free-to-play was definitely the right move. So Halo Infinite, overall, the core gameplay itself is very good. I don't think too many people disagree that the gameplay itself is good. Not that there's not problems with the game, but like shooting the guns, throwing the grenades, the maps, they're good. Like, they've really nailed the most important part of the game. The game is retaining people. It is genuinely fun to watch and play competitively. I'm somebody that plays FPS games. I'm more of a pub stomper type. I play, Call of Duty, Star Wars Battlefront. I play those kind of games to rack up lots of kills against noobs. That's generally how I play FPS. I usually don't approach it from the competitive side. But this game, it feels good to play it competitively and to progress and to rank up and to get better at the game. I'm working my way to Onyx right now at Diamond 4. That progression and those nail-biting competitive games, I usually don't like that kind of stuff in FPS games. I'm usually more laid back, but in this game, I really like that. And I like that I can just go into big team battle and mess around too. I think they really have something here. And the game being free to play, I think is absolutely the right move, because while Halo Infinite right now is really hot and I'm playing it a lot and I can't put the game down, I'm sure I will eventually get a little burned out on it and I'll just put it down, but I have no reason to uninstall it. There is, I can definitely see myself coming back to this game for, an hour here and there, an hour or two, and just playing a few games because it's on my hard drive. It's Halo on PC. I don't have to hook an Xbox in. I mean, dude, I love it. I think that this game has some serious legs, and yeah, I think they got something here, but that doesn't mean there's not some issues. So the number one issue, in my opinion, and it's not what you're probably going to think it is, especially if you're on Reddit, is crossplay. Now, it is very obvious that they want crossplay to be the thing. It's the default for a reason. Crossplay is on by default when you go into competitive. It is forced in every other playlist, which personally I think is fine. I think that's the future, and I think they can balance it because Halo has a few more knobs to balance aim assist and with bullet magnetism than other FPS games do. So the problem right now is that, quite frankly, controller is just overpowered. The aim assist and the bullet magnetism combined with the instant acceleration strafe speed means that controllers, the advantages of aim assist and bullet magnetism on controller is incredibly powerful for a few reasons. First of all, the aim assist follows player strafe movements, soft locks to player strafe movements. So with how powerful strafing is in this game, that's huge. But also, bullet magnetism means that even if a console player and an FPS player were aiming at the exact same spot against somebody with, say, a commando, the controller player is going to hit more shots because they have bullet magnetism and their bloom is effectively less because their bullets are magnetized to the target. Now, I'm not against controller having aim assist and bullet magnetism because they need some of that. But what I think they're going to have to do, and what I would prefer them to do, is they're going to need to give mouse and keyboard just a slight bit of bullet magnetism because with the instant acceleration of the strafe speed and the way that the battle rifle in particular works is that even if you have perfect aim, it is very easy for someone to strafe out of your battle rifle burst. And that's not really a thing with console, because console has the bullet magnetism and the aim assist, so where your battle rifle naturally kind of follows them, and even if it doesn't exactly follow them, the bullet magnetism will, make those bullets kind of curve into them. So it's got a much better feeling. There's a lot of PC players complaining like, oh, it's the hit registration. The hit registration's not good. It's not the hit registration. The hit registration is fine. It's the fact that the acceleration speed of strafing is so fast that people are literally dodging your bullets. And a human can't, track that kind of instant strafe acceleration. So that's what it is. I think that Halo is going to have an easier time balancing this because what they can do is just give mouse and keyboard players just the slightest bit of bullet magnetism and just slowly increment it up until they're up to parity. And I'm somebody that does play mouse and keyboard in crossplay in OpenQ, and I'm almost at Diamond. I'm almost at Onyx. I am Diamond 4 right now, so it is possible to climb the ranks. I'm almost at the top rank myself. but there's 0 players in HCS using mouse and keyboard. I watched it yesterday. I didn't see a single mouse and keyboard player playing this game competitively. They were all on controllers for a reason, and that's just because it's, quite frankly, better. So that's the number one issue. They obviously want crossplay to be a thing in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they just do away with all of the non-crossplay playlists. And this is not just a Halo thing. I think that a lot of these crossplay games, they don't want to divide their player base from a business perspective. It's, you want everybody together for matchmaking and just quality of life. So I think they can do it, though. I genuinely do. I mean, bullet magnetism, they'll figure it out. Now on to the issue that Reddit will not stop talking about, and that is the Battle Pass progression and lack of early game customization. So when you play Halo Infinite, it takes a long time to get any meaningful degree of Spartan customization, and this is something that people enjoyed in previous games, so I understand that having those things taken away kind of sucks. However, I can see where the Halo developers are coming from, how they want this. It's a free-to-play game that they want us playing for years and years and years, and they don't want everybody just to get everything instantly. I get that. I get that they need long-term carrots for people to chase, and I think that this issue is going to be remedied over time. They have a new event coming with like 30 tiers of customization, like today or tomorrow. When the game releases, you're going to have campaign unlocks. I'm sure that as time goes on, they're going to add more stuff, but early game, you really don't have many choices and everybody kind of looks the same. It does suck. But as time goes on, that problem, I think, will fix itself, and I don't think it's really that big of an issue, to be honest. I really don't. And I understand that this is a free-to-play game, and they do need to make money, so you got to kind of keep that in mind. But one thing I would like to see is some challenges that unlock things. Like, let's say you get a little gun doodad for getting 100 double kills, things like that. I think they could easily add in some unlocks and things like that to just kind of shore up the weakness of the early game, because early game, it is kind of a problem. So I think they're going to do something about it. There's a lot of noise in that regard. So speaking of long-term progression, one thing we absolutely need that is, when it's in the other games, it seems like a really easy ask, is ranks. Some progression outside of the battle passes, some progression that is visible to the public. I really liked how in like Halo 3 we had like Commander, and there were these endless grinds for meaningless pixels, but it's enjoyable to see like your rank go up as you play, and it's like, look, that guy's put in a bunch of time. I think that kind of stuff is good, and I would love to see them add that, and hey, throw a few more cosmetics and unlocks and things like that. I think Halo 5 had like SR 152. They could do some stuff like that. Again, that stuff easy. Another feature that's definitely missing is stat tracking. Long term, I would love to see how many kills I've gotten, deaths, total medals, all that kind of stuff. It was in previous Halos, so I'd love to see them do that again. And last thing I would like to see from a competitive perspective is varied starts. I am not somebody that is all about the battle rifle. I'm not against it, but I would like to see, maybe pistol starts, AR starts. I don't know why everything has to be centered around BR starts for competitive. I think it could be a little bit more interesting if it was mixed up some. Maybe that's heresy, but I am not some battle rifle purist. I would love to see them switch it up a little bit. So anyway, Halo Infinite, great game. Genuinely, it is one of the best games, one of the best multiplayer games to come out in a very long time, and I am curious to see what they do with this game as a service, because from what I understand of Halo Infinite, this is like going to be the only Halo multiplayer for the next 10 years, so they're just going to be like continually adding on to it, adding new weapons. Maybe they'll add like the Halo CE pistol in as a power weapon on the map somewhere. I'm really excited to see what they do with this game, and it looks like they're really putting in the effort to make the esports side good, and I'm genuinely not really an esports guy, but I might actually get into it a little bit, like watching it this time around, and you can tell they care. They've already got esports skins in the game now that are sick. Oh, it's really, really well done. So firm handshakes all around to all the Halo team this time. They really nailed it.